Can you believe it? Almost 2 years have passed since the 2021 Bitcoin bull market. For many, it can feel like the bullish momentum may never return. However, if you remain convicted in crypto and anticipate another bull market,
bear market, you name the market, I'm there.
You'll probably be interested in spotting a bull market while it's still early. So in today's video, we'll delve into a crucial indicator, the Bitcoin bull market support band. So stay tuned to find out how this tool may help your decision making when it comes to investing in Bitcoin. If you're unfamiliar with the world of crypto or financial markets in general, you might be wondering, what is a bull market or a bear market? A bull market signifies a period when investor confidence is high, leading to prolonged asset price increases. And then, of course, in contrast, a bear market emerges when investors lose faith, causing asset prices to decline over an extended period. However, it's essential to note that short-term corrections can emerge during bull markets, just as bear markets can experience relief rallies. These temporary price fluctuations don't necessarily indicate a complete market reversal. For a tangible example, let's go back to Bitcoin's price performance during the 2020 to 2021 bull market. The COVID pandemic announcement in March of 2020 resulted in Bitcoin's value plummeting by over 63% within just a month. However, it subsequently embarked on an impressive 607-day rally, surging 1,600% from $3,900 to $69,000. In hindsight, it is very apparent to anyone that Bitcoin has had a bull market here. In practice, however, it's actually extremely difficult, if not impossible, to predict a bull or bear market. Could anyone have truly predicted a bull market in 2020 amidst a global pandemic which significantly disrupted our normal way of life? Setting aside external influences and focusing solely on the Bitcoin price chart, those familiar with technical analysis may have found an early confirmation of the bull market in this specific weekly candle from October 2020. This candle marked the moment when Bitcoin's price broke out of a 2-year-long trading range that had persisted throughout the bear market following the 2018 crash, indicating a significant shift in market momentum towards the upside. Although this analysis seems straightforward, it actually requires a good understanding of price action to pull off on your own. But what if there's an easier approach to navigating the Bitcoin market cycles? Well, like I said before, enter the bull market support band. The bull market support band is an indicator that can help you decide whether Bitcoin is in a bull market or a bear market. This indicator has a 20-week simple moving average and a 21-week exponential moving average. To get this indicator, let's hop on to TradingView and start using it on a Bitcoin chart. So first, go to tradingview.com, and there you see a lovely picture of free solo rock climbing legend Alex Honnold. On this page, select BTC USD, and it will bring you to a Bitcoin price chart from the crypto exchange Bitstamp. As Bitstamp is one of the longest standing exchanges for Bitcoin, it's a great starting point to analyze Bitcoin's historical price action, which goes as far back to 2011. Now, let's place the bull market support band on this chart. On the toolbar above the chart, select Indicators, and a pop-up will appear. Type bull market support band into the search, and it will show you some scripts written by the TradingView community. We will use the script created by Allegro S. Zach. You'll be prompted to create a free account, so go ahead and do that. If you're signed into TradingView already, you can add this script to your favorites so that you can access it easily in the future. And now we have the bull market support band on our price chart. So let's switch to the weekly time frame. The first thing you might notice here is that Bitcoin has been mostly trading under the bull market support band for nearly the entirety of 2022. Since the initial November 2021 sell-off that sent Bitcoin's price below the bull market support band, the price received 3 rejections whenever it revisited the BMSB, making new lows. Then when 2023 came about, price finally broke above the BMSB. It then bounced off of it twice, producing the relief rally that we've witnessed for the better half of 2023, before closing back below it on August 3rd. So from this, we can observe 2 things. When the price of Bitcoin is above the BMSB, it tends to bounce off of it as the BMSB acts as a support. When the price price of Bitcoin is below the BMSB, it tends to get rejected at the BMSB as it acts as a resistance. When the market is bearish, you could even call the BMSB a bear market resistance band. If you've paid close attention to the BMSB, you might notice a secondary observation, the crossover of the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. When the market momentum is turning, the moving averages tend to cross over using the default settings. The 20-week SMA is red and the 21-week EMA is green. You will notice that when the green EMA is above the red SMA, the market is on an uptrend. When the market is ranging, however, crossovers are not reliable as it tends to produce false signals. For example, the BMSB produced 4 crossovers during the 2018 bear market when price was consolidating in a range and eventually sold off. Therefore, the primary way to use the bull market support band is to use the position of price relative to the band. The market is bearish when price is under the BMSB, and bullish when price is above the BMSB. Bounces off of the BMSB are potentially good entry points during an uptrend, whereas rejection off of the BMSB tends to signal for caution during a downtrend. However, just like any other analysis tool, it has its limitations, as no single tool can provide you a perfect system to predict the market. So if you're interested in using the bull market support band, it is highly recommended that you pair it with another analysis tool. Now that you've learned about the bull market support band and how it helps to visualize Bitcoin bull and bear markets, feel free to hop onto TradingView yourself to start doing your own analysis. So although it's best paired with Bitcoin or major alts like ETH or total crypto market cap, the indicator also works with equities like the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Now, don't forget to check out our video on Bitcoin dominance right here, another important indicator which you can use to complement the bull market support band in navigating crypto market cycles.